Hello, I'm Nick Steep, and welcome to the final part of our Food Equals Energy mini-series. Today we'll be addressing the myths and misconceptions that are very common in the diet industry. So I'll state the common phrases used, and then I'll debunk them bit by bit. The first buzz phrase that is very popular is that not all calories are created equal. Now, this is in hopes to debunk the energy balance theory, in which calories in, calories out is the main driver of weight loss and weight gain. And that is still the case, even if people try to weave their way around what calories do and what calories don't do. All calories truly are equal because it is just a unit of measurement and it is objective. It is basically a measurement of heat that is ingested or expended by the body. The truth is, not all sources of calories have the same effect on the body's energy expenditure, which is the calories out. So they're wrong in the sense that they don't simply state that calories are just a unit of measurement, but calories in can have an effect on the calories out, and that is something to pay attention to. An example of this is something that we mentioned in the last part, which is TEF, the thermic effect of food. Certain types of foods induce a higher amount of thermogenesis from the body to digest it and break it down to use the energy. So if someone who had a very protein-rich diet and a fibrous diet compared to someone with a low fibrous diet and a low protein diet, then the person with a high protein and high fiber diet would be able to expend more energy from eating their daily foods compared to the other person. Thus can make the equation for calories out a lot more easy for the person if they want to lose weight or gain weight, just by understanding the subtleties and not taking calories at face value as all being the same in terms of how they affect energy expenditure. All calories are equal. The second very popular theory is that insulin sensitivity is the source of all your problems. Now, this is from the carbohydrate insulin model of obesity, which has been propped up recently in the fitness industry. Now, the statement that foods that spike your blood sugar shortly after can have an increase in your hunger, that is, of course, valid, but the purpose of insulin is to shuttle nutrients into cells. Now, these be both muscle and fat cells. So it is not the source problem, and in the end, it does rely on a calorie surplus to increase your weight or increase your fat cell amount. These hormones can't just trick your body into increasing your weight. It needs excess nutrients and excess energy from somewhere. So this addresses the glycemic index of foods. Now, the glycemic index is very useful for people who are looking to use their diet in terms of their performance. But that is a completely different topic. The rate at which foods spike your blood sugar does not affect the amount of calories that you've ingested or the amount of calories in the energy balance equation. Insulin does not reliably increase hunger unless, of course, they're exogenously introduced. Another similar and very popular phrase is that sugar makes you fat. Now again, this is a similar argument. Sugar is easy to overeat on, but it is not solely causative for weight gain, as that is due to energy balance. What is sugar? Sugar is glucose. And where can that glucose go? It can be transferred into glycogen, which can then be stored in the muscle or the liver most commonly, or some of it can be shuttled into the bloodstream for later use. But sugar is glucose. It's a separate mechanism to fat and fat cells. And there's been many cases that people who eat high sugar diets that equate protein and calories in a deficit can lose as much weight as they like. So you can hold on to those sugary foods even if there's this belief that sugar won't help you lose weight. In reality, it is very difficult to lose weight on a very high sugar processed food diet, but it is still possible. A very popular document of this is from the Twiki professor, who relied mainly on convenience store foods and took a multivitamin and made sure he had a protein shake. But he was on a very steep calorie deficit and managed to lose, I believe, 20 pounds in 6 weeks. Now, aside the anecdote, there is a mechanism in the body for converting glucose into fat lipids. It is called de novo lipogenesis. This mechanism only converts, I believe, 5 to 15%, maybe less, of the glucose that we ingest through diet. So a very tiny amount can be transferred into fat cells. So in essence, the truth is that if you were to eat a high carb diet and low fat diet, then you would not be storing as much fat as you were to eat a ketogenic diet, for example. People believe that you eat a keto diet, your body uses fat as energy. Reality is it also stores fat as energy. So you may be burning more fat, but you're also storing more fat. With a high carb diet, you're not burning as much fat, but you're also not storing as much fat. So in the end, it balances out. The main determinant is energy balance. In summary, all opinions should be heard in the diet industry, but it is important to note that the foundation of a solid diet is sustainability and adherence, as well as energy balance and sustaining whatever goal for your energy balance that you have. And after that, macronutrient breakdown of which foods you prefer can come in after that, and meal timing such as fasting methods, stuff like that, whether that suits you better. All that is up to you to venture yourself. And I wish you the best on that, and I hope that this mini series helped you in understanding the fundamentals of diet, understanding truly how food is energy and how the intake of it works and how the energy outside works. Thank you for watching. If you found this guide helpful and these parts to this mini series informative, then please give it a like and let others know who are new to dieting about this mini series, and I hope it helps you in the future. I'm Nick Steep. Leave no more lost potential, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.